So what is ERP? ERP is stand for Enterprise Resource Planning. So enterprise, you can see organization and corporation. Resources are logistics, employee, and planning. So kind of way that planning of resources is play out throughout the this whole process where the organizations are having their logistics like for example inventory planning, warehouse planning. So all of this combined together called ERP. And there are softwares for this different components. For example, could be that logistics side of it, the softwares are different. For human resource finance related softwares are different. So these software combined together is become a ERP software. So enterprise resource planning software, the history goes back to the MRP. So in the beginning, when the corporations are struggling with their the productions, so they start doing the material requirement planning. And in 1960s and 70s, they start making a system for that, how to plan the this system to they can efficiently produce more. And then later on they started doing the manufacturing resource planning, and 1990s they start the enterprise resource planning to the control the whole organization and everything, all the aspects of it. So SAP come out with the R3 system with the ERP solution, and that's how this ERP terms coined in different areas. So there are three different main players out there: SAP, Oracle, and Microsoft. And there are open source software also coming in the market, open source ERP systems, Odoo, ERP.net, and Ed Empire. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Ed Empire, I think so, something like that. Okay. So anyway, so this is these are the software are available in the market, which are much more cheaper than the big this implementation softwares. For example, SAP is one of the most known in the market. People call it as number one ERP system in the market. And there are the older version of SAP ECC. Now the latest version is SAP S/4HANA. And Oracle have their own ERP system. Microsoft have Dynamics. So these are the software out there in the market. Those most big corporations used SAP because of the name and the credibility. But now the open source ERP systems are available. Not many companies known about them, and the people tend to go toward the SAP. So now, what is the drawback of implementing SAP? SAP is very complex and it's come with a lot of options of for the companies to take advantage of. But not all the companies take advantage can use or they use their system, because SAP come out with the calling they call their processes that their system developed on the best practices. So basically, it's a pre-made software that they try to push toward the customers that you have to take it as it is because of the best practices. And the customers sometime so now the many implementations, what happened is SAP solution is customized because of the customers having their own business processes are different from the SAP developed software. So there's a issue always in there. So we will talk about that later. And Oracle implementation, having the major Oracle is another major ERP software provider. It is implementation projects are typically quite complex as well. And also Microsoft Dynamics are basically mid-market software. So if we talk about SAP, so what happened in SAP, for example, there's too many screen, too complex, too many clicks, so too many things are going on because SAP uh, having so many options on each thing of the transaction with the master data, with transactional data. If we take a look at only the one area, for example, customer master, there could be hundreds of fields. If you take a look at the sales order, it could be hundreds of fields as well. And so that make it much more complex to use. And when the customers are coming off from the old legacy system, they might be having just maybe simple two screen or one screen process. Now with SAP, it become much more complex. So that's the reason is there are many There are many project failure in SAP, which is I think 70 to 80%, something like that. And the SAP cost is higher as compared to the other ERP system. And so there are many different ERP system. We just talked about it. So the decision of the implementing SAP and if it is worth getting it, it depends on the company if they want to do this implementation, and if they are the basically the their corporate teams are sold on to this and they're thinking about it and getting it. So amount of customization happen in projects. So that's another thing in ERP. What happen is many companies get SAP, but they customize it so much that it's not the same anymore. That is happening with many different ERP systems. And if it is a case, I think the amount of money they spend on the projects could be overtaken, that whatever they taken, they could have started the whole this implementation with the basically from the scratch, and might as well be developed their new system based on their requirement, instead of just using it something and try to modify it and change it. And so that could cause many issues. And that is happening across many different ERP implementation, where customization is happening so much that standard function or the best practices are not there anymore. So these are things are there in ERP system. So just if somebody coming into ERP, they can come into ERP and one for example, if you learn SAP, if you go to the next client, you might have different function or different functionality of the same standard function which is in SAP. So that's why it is very difficult for end users to adopt and someone to work on it, because it's highly customizable. And then because of that, every different every third or fourth client might be very different from the next one. So that is for this for the video. Please like, subscribe. I am a published author in the SAP, and we provide consultation and coaching to the new people into the SAP area. So if you are interested, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and give your feedback. What do you think about that, and how it is helpful to you?